Hello, Internet. My name is Dave Rubin. I am the newest host here on the Young Turks Network. We're doing a show called The Rubin Report. My last name's Rubin. It just kind of worked out perfectly. It was me or Rubin stuttered. I work cheaper, so here we go. If you guys know anything about me at this point, you know that I do like Bernie. He's the guy that pretty much everything he says, I pretty much agree with. I don't know that we could pay for all of it, but I'm pretty much there. Like Bernie, I have a hard time making fun of him, except for the Larry David stuff, which SNL's handling pretty well. I did vote for Biden, not because I like Biden, but it was just a vote against Bernie, who stands for everything that I formerly believed that I now know to be complete nonsense.
I want you to continue to say you're a liberal because you're of great use to good values.
Well, don't worry, I'm not doing it for your use of me.
I'm
doing it for myself. So that center, new growing center.
So 5 years ago, where liberals and conservatives were just fighting about everything, now actually there's a new center developing.
One criticism that I hear occasionally is that I'm actually not a real liberal and I'm secretly a conservative. Or sometimes they'll say I'm the only thing worse than a conservative, a dreaded right-winger. In a way, I'm a modern conservative. Would I consider myself on the right now? My answer to that is yes. I went up there, I talked about being gay, married, and pro-choice, and for euthanasia. Now we're equal, you can call me whatever you want. You know what I mean? Like, you could call me a fat right now.
You could call me and that's what it feels like.
Everything from academia to public utilities to politics, everything that goes woke, that buys into this ridiculous progressive ideology that cares about what contractors are LGBT or how many black firemen we have or white this or Asian that. It sounds like there's some really confusing stuff with climate change and a bunch of other things. No evidence that the fires in Australia have anything to do with climate change. You see those guys like the InfoWars guys, and I've had Paul Joseph Watson on the show, and I've been on Alex Jones' show. When you see those guys, do you think that there is a necessary space for them? Paul Joseph Watson, I basically like, and I agree with him. From Sam Harris and Steven Pinker and Michael Shermer and Jordan Peterson and the rest. You know, you barely have to go to college at this point because you can go on YouTube and listen to lectures by Jordan Peterson and Christina Summers and Gad Saad and a whole bunch of other people. You'll learn. Sort of got pinned into saying I was an atheist, but in the few pages that I was writing about the biblical stories and how I've come to believe that we need these eternal truths to organize a society, I suspect you were probably, you must have had a little smile on your face reading that. That's Jesus right there. Even though Jesus probably would have loved them both, right? Muslims. He was around a lot of Muslims. It was the Middle East, and the best way to explain that humans have, to me, seems to be the biblical stories. There is a reason that I believe that Dave can beat Google, and it's because David beat Goliath. Those stories have some meaning over time that will allow us to flourish as human beings. But just that we would regulate ourselves, I think is an important principle. The media, and especially the leftist media, hates games now, or hates gamers. You're not going to believe this, but we have to talk about the regressive left.
Much of the left is no longer progressive, but regressive.
Regressive, meaning going backwards, has been identified, and now we're clearly bringing people to the side of reason.
No matter how far I tried to steer the conversation away from the regressive left, and I tried many times, all roads kept leading back to them.
People are using the phrase regressive left a bit less lately. One of the reasons we're seeing such chaos out of the left is that secularism run rampant. Do you love your mother? Well, everyone says yes to that, but how do you prove that? How do you actually prove that? Is that actually provable? I don't know. It's got a phone ringing right now.
It is. Hey, Cannon, where are you? Well, I'm doing David Rubin's podcast now. I'm on his show, and while talking to you, the audience is watching me talk to you.
And I have to say that my brain is still in recovery mode from taking in so many high-level important ideas.